So to start with, so let's now start making, I'm gonna make use of my dummy account, the teacher. So let's now make an assignment. So in this left part, you click on assignments. And then what are you going to give? Is it a quiz, an essay, an offline? So let's start with a quiz. So upon clicking quiz, so I'm going to make this as example. What quiz title should I? Quiz number 1, for example. Quiz number 1. And then the category, I have already identified. Is this formative assessment? Is this performance task? Is this written work?
Let's go for written work.
For written work. So I'm going to classify quiz number 1 as a written work. And then maximum number of attempts, since this is a quiz, are we going to allow students to retake or to answer an exam again? So I guess this is only 1 attempt. For me,
one
attempt only.
Okay.
And then
before you proceed, Mr. Tignan,
yes,
let us just be reminded that if we will set the maximum attempts to 2 to 3, then according to Ma'am Judith, the best score will be the one to appear in our grade book. Okay, yun ang sabi niya. So we decide which one. If we are too kind to our students to take another so that they can improve their scores, so it's up to the teacher. Thank you.
Pwede
okay, sir.
Siguro siya kung kuan lang, katulang practice lang, katong practice.
Oh, for the formative, perhaps.
Formative lang,
Yeah.
okay ra.
Sir Hedulko, are we gonna allow late?
It depends upon the
Depends
teacher.
upon the teacher. Okay.
So should if they want if they allow late submission or late take for the students, they will click that one. Mm-hmm.
But in normal practice nato, murag mo allow gihapon tag late,
Oh.
di ba?
Yes, ma'am. We allow late.
So we allow na lang
submission.
late, no, considering so many.
So I'm gonna
factors,
Daghang
I'm
considerations.
this. So I'm gonna allow late submissions for this. And then the grading is normal. Then the start date, you can schedule this. So like for example, the exam will begin this will be on Monday. That's September 6th. And then what time will this be seen by my students, or what time will they able to access this? Probably, let me check on alas 9 sa buntag. And then, exactly, then click done for the start. And then for the lesson, you click on, are you gonna place this quiz under these are the lessons I made yesterday. So am I gonna place this under sequences and series? Am I gonna place this under lessons about arithmetic sequences? Remember, these are the lessons I made yesterday. Okay? So for example, I'm gonna place this under sequences and series. So I'm gonna click on that. So this quiz number 1 will be deployed in the lessons, sequences and series. Okay, and then the grading scale is default. Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. Your start date is September 6th.
Yes, I'm gonna click on due date. Yes, okay. I'm gonna click on due date now. So the start is September 6th. So the due date, that's pila manika days or just 1 day, then 1 hour, Sir Chris, or it's up to you. It's really up to you. Okay, there are students na basin magka-problema unya sa ilahang internet, then maka-access ba sila tomorrow? So why not ato lang i-Saturday example lang. September 11. September 11, that's 11:59 p.m. sa gabi. And then click done.
Correct.
Then you
consideration.
Yes. And then let's click on options. Let's click on options first. So in the options part, is it a timed exam? Like for example, will I give a limit, like for example, just 1 hour or 10 minutes or 30 minutes? It's really up to you. Yeah, human, in our new norm karon, if I'm gonna be setting a time here, and then the students will have a very slow internet connection, alkansi sila ani because nag-time na sila, nag-count na ang time, mahurot na lang ilang 10 minutes, item number 3 pa sila. You have 10 items to give. So ako usually, I don't give time for my quizzes. But it's really up to you. But if it's a major exam, like example, you give them 1 hour or you put 60 there. This is in minutes and seconds. For example, 0, just 1 minute. Okay? Then,
1 hour.
this is 1 hour na. 60 minutes, that's 1 hour. Okay. So, are we gonna click on instant feedback, Sir Chris?
I think based on what we had last night, if we will click the instant feedback, then once that students will get a wrong answer, it will just have an instant feedback like you're wrong and blah blah blah. And I think we do not want to have that one in our assessment. Kay murag magulong po ng estudyante nga pag answer pa lang yan, nakabaw din siya nga, uy, you are wrong, na-prompted siya. So di lang siguro tamo click ano, later na natin ipahibaw sa estudyante nga na wrong siya ana.
Okay. Then run
Sir Apps.
Yes, Ma'am Noreen.
Nagali ka nang sa time ba panalitan wala lang gid na siya. So
Pwede na siya like
wala limit.
pwede pila ka oras niyang ansiran. Like example, like pwede niya ansiran in 2 hours, ansiran niya in how many
Kung
hours?
wala lang kayo specify.
Oo. Kung wala gi-specify nga time, free time na siya, Ma'am Noreen.
Okay.
Pwede na siya like 24 hours nilang humanon, why problema.
Okay.
Yes.
Sige.
And
so,
then
sila chance nga mag-messenger sa print screen, sharing of
like
answers.
oo.
Naara ninyo.
Ato ra jud na sa ato ara na mo kuan. And then you click on randomize the order para ang question sa mga bata is randomly kay gihatag ma-answeran nila randomly. And then allow review. Are we gonna allow review, Sir Chris? After taking the exam, allow review.
If we are going to click allow review, that means mag-review sila.
Review ang ilang answers.
I-review nila ilang mga answers.
Makabakbak sila, makabakbak.
Good afternoon,
sila.
teachers.
Yes, sir. To this.
Ay, pwede
Sir
mo
Times.
na, if ever mingog allow review ba, admins, pwede sila maka-change og answer? Or review lang sa kung nansiran o wala nansiran? O siya,
Murag
pasabutan ng allow review.
maka-change.
Maka-change
Murag
sila kay
makabakbak
review
ba?
man.
Allow review man. Oo.
Maka-change
okay.
sila before
So,
they
pwede
can
sila-
submit. Before they will finish the exam, Mr. Bargayo.
Okay. Thank you.
Then, the grading scale, that's example sa kuan man ni siya, Sir Chris, no, katong kung kaduha or katulo ni mo gipa allow.
Use best score if you
Use-
will have 2 or more attempts. But kung since nag-set na ka dito og 1 attempt only, so just use the latest score or
Pwede ra sad siya best
use-
score anyway.
pwede
You
sa siya
still,
use best score. Oh yeah, oo. It won't
Then-
Excuse
matter.
me,
ay,
sir.
yes.
May question dere from Mercedita Rivera.
Sige.
Good afternoon, sir. What's the purpose of clicking allow late where there is already the start date and due date? Does it mean they can still access the quiz after the due date?
Okay.
Yes.
Now, who will answer? Boy,
Sir
you answer.
Chris?
Okay.
Oo.
Ma'am Rivera, if we will allow late, that means since we set the quiz on a particular date, no, start date, so ang kanang allowing late means whatever is the number of days that you allocated before you end that particular quiz, then mo lang nang iyang i-consider nga duration, ma'am. Kay late naman siya, ana.
And then in
And-
connection sad, sir, for a while, kung nag-time ka ba, then 1 hour, and then nag-check kag allow review, maka-review ba sila after 1 hour?
Yes, ma'am, kay na may clicking, ma'am, nga kanan i-finish nila ang test. Oo.
Even if gitagaan na nimo 1 hour?
If mahurot ilang time limit kay automatically mo end ang quiz ana.
Oo, mo end ang quiz.
So much better if you will click on ako I will not be click on time kay again our students kay ang uban hinay ang internet madugay jud sila like example
Agree.
katong last year nato nga LMS nga dugay kay ang loading So most probably the same problem nga ma-encounter if we will be checking on time and we will give them a 1 hour allotment. Kita na lang 1 hour ba or 2 hours, depende na nato. Basta ayo lang sad nga super dugay sad kaayo ang number of hours nga ilahang i-take sa exam. Consider also the number of items and the difficulty of the test.
Okay.
What if, sir, kung dili ka take og test kay walay connection at that time?
Mauto siya ma'am kanang gitaas na ko ang time ato kay para inig start nila sa exam dira na mag-start ilahang 1 hour. Like for example, i-timed na ako to 1 hour. Example, karon nako gihatag gi-deploy ang exam. Unya ang bata is ugma pa siya naka-access kay walay internet karon, pwede pa na niya ma-access tomorrow. And then ang iyang 1 hour, by the time nga mo click siya start,
Okay.
dira na siya mo start ang 1 hour. Then naasa na kuan nga, pwede man to sa Miss Judy no if ma-out siya is ma-stop pod iyang time. Am I correct, Miss Judy?
Yeah.
Mura.
Yes. Gisulti sa
Sorry, Sir Tigli. Ma'am Rivera, murag na-confuse ko sa question. Start date and due date, does it mean that they can still access the quiz after the due date? So, kung nakakuang ka sa due date, nakaset ka, so, allowing late, kasi they can still access, Sir, Ma'am Mercy.
So, okay, good afternoon all teachers. So, bisan og nahuman na ang due date, maka-access
Okay,
na.
nag-allow man kag late, ma'am, sa imong ko.
I see.
Pero kung if you will not click allow date, then sa katong duration na imong gikuan sa quiz, dito
So,
lang
up to
sila
that only.
nakukuha.
Okay, up to
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Okay.
But if you will
Then-
click allow late, then they can answer it beyond the due date.
Then I
Pero
guess
pero
also
mo gihapon pareha
So-
sa tong kuan, pareha ra gihapon nga pwede ra gyud sila maka-screen sharing,
Oh.
pwede ra gyud sila
Oo.
pareha ra
Then-
gihapon.
So I think we will not allow late na lang siguro kay we are
Ana,
given
kay
so
murag
much
dili
extension
dili
man, di ba?
consistent ba?
Yes.
Oh. We will
ang
not allow
kwan sa
late na
dani
lang
is
siguro.
allowed late ray is murag naay mo appear nga late.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
for
in the
example,
grade
yung
book.
performance task nato ba?
Okay, so, i-notify
Mas-
sila nga late sila.
I guess na anay word nga mo gawas ma'am nga late sa imuhang kuan.
Grade
Just
book.
like in other, sa
At
grade
least
book
aware
nato.
sila.
Oo.
Late
Oo.
na.
Kita sad Ma'am Rivera makabauta nga late ang iyang pag-accomplish kay it will appear in the grade book man, ma'am.
Thank you,
Gamit
sir.
siya ma'am like example mga submission sa mga performance task. Ingana.
So, allow late jud ani.
Yes. Para makabawsat ta nga late nag-submit ang bata.
Kana that is very important pero sa exam
it
ba
will-
or sa mga quizzes.
Mao gyud Ma'am Lorraine.
Ito, mag-set siguro tag kuan percentage kung late ang exam na ato silang kuanan siguro pila ka percent na lang ilaha.
Ingon ana so.
Perfect.
O mag-set ta ana.
Kuan sila.
Agree ko na, ma'am.
Bitaw kay magsalig naman lang po ng mga bata.
Yes.
Yung biyahay na perfect na.
Pwede mag-late sa Diamond last year.
Ingon ana na siya ma'am and then we cannot configure the settings here. Siguro mag-storya lang taga department elementary or second high school kung unsay policies nato in terms of late submission kay in
Yes.
the LMS we cannot do that man nga magbawasan sila og score or percentage.
And let's continue with this, Ray.
Na
Yes.
question.
Before you
Mrs. Lauron, automatic ba sir na mo reflect ang status sa ilang submission?
Yes, ma'am Karen. What do you mean status? Like late or
Like na nag-submit ang bata, we can see it right away in our
Oh.
grade book. And
nasa grade book,
probably
ma'am Karen.
and probably
late
Miss
pa siya
Lebron.
or
Well, mao na atong i-explore karon kanang late kung mo gawas ba jud na ang late nga word because in some like sa kuan nato sa Google Classroom, di ba na atoy late nga mubutang?
Mr. Tigli,
Yes.
mo appear yun siya kay na may mga symbols, di ba, na yung mga
Okay.
letters in the grade book. What symbol stands for late? What symbol stands for blank? Mo appear yun siya, Sir Tigli.
Yeah, but we're talking for performance tasks. Ha?
Yeah, mo po na
Yes,
we have
yes.
to
So
decide
we
on
will
that.
we will allow late sa performance task, but in the quizzes, the major exams, we will not allow late there.
Okay, kana klaro.
There
Okay.
is a concern here, Mr. Tigli, from Sir Lacano, allow late sa pag-take sa exam o pag-submit. Yes, sir. Kung ana na siya, sir. Kung if we will allow late, Pero kung dili nimo i-click ang allow late sir kano, then the students can access or can answer the assessment within the duration that you set for that particular assessment.
And this is one thing also said, di ba we are having schedules for exams. So it is the responsibility of the student to look for an area wherein there is a good
Yeah,
Wi-Fi or a
oo.
good connection. That's why para dili sila makarason nato. So it's a matter of telling them na if this is the schedule of the exam, please look for a certain place in your house or probably a certain place in your tita, sa imong uncle, nga okay ang connection just for that day, just for that major exam. Para we will have it timed and then we will not be allowing late for that. Okay, it's a major exam. It's a major exam.
And I think setting that one, no, we also try to teach the student the sense of responsibility with the extensions that we had given to them. I think siguro tag na mga ato mga written works and so on 2 to 3 days. I think that would be more than enough. Some teachers would even extend that one to the whole week, 5 days for example. So
Sa ato pa, wala special exam.
if we will set that, I think we have to agree with the department sir, together with Ma'am Ando, what will be the policies on that.
Kaysa katong face-to-face pa ta, ang mga
Mm.
bata nga di makatake sa exam on that scheduled date. Ato
Yes.
masila tagag consideration nga makatake special exam.
Yes, sir.
Niya karon nga natas pandemic,
Oo.
so moalaw na kanila nga makatake sila og special exam.
Yes, sir. Mas okay yun na siya, no? Okay yun na siya nga
Major
allow
exam
ka.
ako pasabot.
Oh, yeah, major exam. So, we will agree with the principal siguro sir unsay policy so we can set this configuration in the assessment.
Yeah, kaya puro ba nahibalaan ang uban nag-set og 1 hour kung ilagay na schedule, ang uban 1 week or 3 days open ra ang exam. Di ta
So, muna
pareho.
siya, isgutanan yun na siya, Ma'am Noreen and Sir Lacan.
May I speak? Hello.
Yes, Ma'am Dindin.
I've written there, can we institutionalize in terms of
Yes.
the restrictions kay para fair and square, and then this should be done. I mean, the students should be aware of it, including the parents.
Agree.
So,
Yes,
wala
I
na
agree.
ways nga maingon nga mao na excuses. So siguro mo set tag limit as to kanabang win-win solution between the teacher and the students.
Yeah, agree.
Ano
Yeah.
siya?
I think it's
I-
Ma'am Ando who has
I-carry
the
lang sa
final
i-carry
say.
out lang sa meeting ninyo, sir.
Oo, it's Ma'am Ando at together with the staff ang naay final say. How about in your elementary? Can we
Sir,
hear also
sir,
from the
mag-ask ko,
elementary?
sir.
Yes, Ma'am Robledo.
Is this applicable for synchronous and asynchronous both nga mag-time?
Yes,
Kay there are
ma'am.
man activities ba nga pwede na to ihatag during synchronous
Yes,
then
ma'am.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. Kay imo man siyang giset into that particular duration or length of time. So, mukuan jud siya. Kung 1 hour siya, mugobiyan siya sa 1 hour, di na gud siya, mawagtang siya, di na sila ka-access. Oo.
Okay.
Oo.
So what if sir butangan na to nako og time sir and then muhatag kog kanang naay nawala sa net dili na nako mausab.
Ngay nawala sa net.
For
Kuan, ma'am,
example, sir ba,
yeah,
but-
during my class, everybody is
Mm-mm.
present, and on that day, I was na ako'y task nga maghatag kog activity,
Mm-mm.
synchronous. And
Yes.
then, along the way, nay usang ni message kay nawa or nag-brown out
Oo.
sa ilaha, then the-timed nako siya. Kay I want lagi, grade 1 sa biya, sir.
Yes, yes.
Makita dayon nako ang scores ba. And
Sige.
then can I change the kuan in kay kung gi-time siya niya katong na nawala ma-access pa siya?
Sige, Sir Tigling.
Ay, yes, Sir Hadulko.
Sige.
Kuan, kabantay mo atong pag-seminar nato nga pwede natong ma-edit per student. Like, we will be giving one student murag pila ka extra minutes. Di ba we were given that naana sa atong seminar katong with Neo last week na pwede natong ma-edit ang time sa isa ka estudyante, then pwede pa nato silang ma-retake sa exam.
So per student na lang siya, sir.
Oh, if ever like na isa ka estudyante nga naiwa mahuman, probably you just go to gradebook ana ma'am. We will explore on that later
Okay, sir.
on.
Thank you, sir. Kay mo mang gyud nay concern last year, good sir, kana ganing dili jud mang pass. Then
Correct.
taga atong i-call ang attention, then how will we do it? Kay sa una ato ra mang amo ra mang ihatag ang link sa Google Meet.
Oo.
So,
So ang kana
thank
karon
you
ma'am.
kayo, sir.
Okay. Kana karon ma'am Robledo no, the department, the junior high school and the elementary, mukan jud sila ana kung unsay policies, just like ang gatong gisuggest ni Ma'am Alquizalas no nga i-institutionalize jud siya kay wata kay baw, so and they have the final say
Yes,
for
sir.
that. Mm-mm.
Yes, sir.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome
So
ma'am.
Thank
so
you.
so going back to the options part, so we will be if we will allow users to jump between questions, pwede sila mo answer from question 1. Yahuman dili sila mo answer ang question 2 kay wa sila kakuan, mo jump sila sa question 3. Mao na siya ang kini nga option. Are we gonna allow users to jump from question to another question? Or if ako nang i-uncheck, meaning, dili siya ka-proceed sa next question kung dili niya matubagan ang question nga naa siyang monitor karon sa iyang screen. So, mao ni siya nga option. Are we gonna allow users to jump between questions? Probably sa formative, it's okay. But in summative, like in the written work, I will I will not check this. Why? Because i-screenshot niya na on human ang mga estudyante magpinangita ay pangita daw ni siya nga question jump o di magkapakitas na sila unsay gitubagan. So I will not check this when I'm giving written work. Probably in formative test, formative assessment, I'm gonna allow them to jump from one question to the other.
Sir Tigli,
Yes, Sir Lacano.
kana bang formative i-appeal na to din hino? O niya, moadto po ang iyang score ana sa iyang gradebook.
Yes, sir.
So, ma-record tanan ang formative ug ang summative.
Yes, sir.
So, di ba na siya automatic na siya mohatag og grade?
Sir, ang atong kuhaon sir sa gradebook sir, kay yes, you're correct. The gradebook will automatically compute the grade. However, our purpose of having the gradebook is just to get the raw scores obtained. And then we will export that one to an Excel file. So we will be the one to do it manually in the transfer of these scores to our e-grade sheets.
Kay mo export pa man ta.
Oh, may export man ta sir. So we will not base the grade as reflected in the grade book. Kay dahil man po ang ilang configuration sir, ours have different weights and then the initial grades are to be transmuted pa po based on the DepEd, and we also have our own modification on that. So dili lang siguro ta mo mind atong computation sa grade kay raw scores ra man ang atong kuhaon sa grade book.
Unya, di ba ma-access na sa parents nga makita nila ang grade book?
Actually, I also raised that one to Ma'am Judith during the training. I personally messaged her na will it not mislead the users, the students, and the parents, because what appears or what will appear in the grade book, the grade is different from what they have or what the teachers have computed niya. Yung man to sis Ma'am Judith nga kanan, you have to decide on that, sir. So I think it's as the LMS administrators, it's not that is beyond our koan.
Sir, most probably during the PTA, we should talk about this nga in the gradebook na ay formative, na ay written, and performance, and it should be emphasized that the grade of the students should only come from written and performance tasks, and the formative is just a way of practice para they will be having good scores in the written work. Yes,
that's good suggestion, Mr. Tig. I think this thing must be brought during the PTA meeting, Sir Lacano.
Excuse me, Sir Ray.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sa akong nahibawan ni Ma'am Judith last time is that na ay mang admin gani kay pwede siyang maka-control if makakita ang teachers, I mean ang parents or not.
Yeah, sige.
So magsabot ta tanang campuses if mo allow ta na ang parents makakita ba sa ilang scores.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, still it will mislead the students because what will appear there is different from what we have in our E-grade sheet. So I think the department has to decide on that thing.
Kaya another sir, kung makakita sila nga puro di na siya formative, di na siguro na in mind sa mga bata, kabalo sila nga di na siya appeal sa computation.
And also
So,
ma'am in
klaro
the
kaayo.
yes ma'am, and also in the setting of your assessment, it will be you have to categorize it as graded or not graded. So they will really know if the formative assessments are not counted in the computation. The students would really know.
Kana.
So, kita na lang teachers ana ang
Sir.
hatag og consideration if atong itabang-tabang ang formative. It's up to us.
Sir,
Yes, Sir Ernie.
may hapon. Ang ato monggong idea sa formative just to keep track with the growth of the students. Pero kung makita na nila, na tendency nga ni formative raman ni. Kung dili adi sir ka maghatag og quiz, nungutanan na sila, sir unsa man nga quiz sir, formative ni summative. Kay
Yes.
kung formative din na sila magtarong, nga ma-defeated ang purpose, nga
Yes,
ma-train
correct.
sila. So
Correct.
dapat ang nahibalo nga formative ni siya ang teachers lang.
Okay,
Dili
so
mahibalo ang students kay
so
kung
ang imong
mahibalo sila,
suggest yes.
kung mahibalo sila, di na sila magtarong sa mga formative nga exam.
So
Kaya nila
implication, sir, is we will not include the formative assessment as one of the categories in the grade book.
Siguro,
Sorry.
tatura na. Tatura. Kung dili, kung pwede
Oh.
siya ma-fix.
Permission
Unang
to
istoryaan ko na siya sa department, sa elementary and the junior high. Yes, Ma'am Judy.
kanang pwede siguro no kanang magsabot ang campuses na i-disable na lang nato ang mga di makakita ang mga parents o students sa ilang scores.
Sa gradebook,
O
i-disable
pwede man.
siya.
Pwede sad na. Kaya kita may
Actually,
mo.
during the
Picture ka.
administration ng mga meeting sa LMS, gisgutan yun ni Ma'am Judith nga the different campuses must decide on that, no? Unya, gulat pa Ma'am sad mig unsay kuan sa mga heads from the different departments na so far no notification pa man pod regarding that matter. So I don't know kang Ma'am Gloria kasi Ma'am Gloria man ang overall ang principal sa LM.
Okay, sir.
May I speak, sir?
Sige, Ma'am Din.
But the purpose of the formative assessment is for tracking. Now, if the students are very aware of that, especially the higher grade, kaya this has been our practice. Now, it's up to them. It's their commitment whether they will work for the formative and see themselves improve or not in that particular lesson. It's up to them. Kaya di man po siya graded. So, ways to improve themselves. Diba?
And then they won't be able to answer some of the portions in the written work if they will not go through the formative. That's it. Simple as that. If they will not be working on the formative assessment, how can they get good scores in their written works?
Everything is possible, Mr. Tigli, no?
That's why.
Exactly. That's the point. So to see themselves improve along the way. So that's
let's
the purpose
just,
of letting them see the grades.
For us to proceed to the next, let's just leave this thing to these matters to the administrators because I think this part here is very, very administrative. So let's just wait on for that. I think the staff who are present here, maybe you raise that one, my dear teachers, to our dear principal, Ma'am Rose and Ma'am Andrea, Ma'am Ando.
And okay, let's continue.
We can proceed to this. Let's continue to
okay.
this.
Now, if this will be a formative assessment, okay ra ni siya ipakita tanan kay para makabaw ang bata asa siya nasayop, asa iyang saktong answer. Pero if I'm gonna be having this as a written or probably periodical exam or quarterly exam nato, I will be ako ipakita ra jud ilang score. Am I correct, Sir Hadulko?
Yes.
Just the score para they will know, okay, I got this. Yeah, without knowing asa ilahang mga mistakes for the major exams, of course, and the quizzes.
Correct.
And then, asa ni nako ikuan personal or school? Because
if school, you know
para,
already what's the implication of choosing school.
Yes, if you're gonna Correct. If you're going to be choosing school, then this can be accessed by all teachers from all campuses. If you don't want to share the quiz you made because it's totally para lang imuha, then you click on personal. So that's the implication of personal and school. So in this case, I'm going to be clicking on personal lang. And then click save. I don't want to share this with other campuses. Joke lang. Click save. And then, so upon clicking save, so I can now have my start na ko og make sa akong quiz number 1. So to add questions, so naay mga tabs sa baba natay assignment, naay questions, naay grades. So I will be clicking on questions.
Mr. Tigli,
Yes, Sir Chris.
I-emphasize gyud ang kuan kay nabi edit nga button, no? Dili diya sa edit.
Yes, ang kining assignment, ayaw ni
ang edit.
Kaya kung imo ning i-click ang edit, ang magawas ana katong ganiha, ang instruction na, like example, you want to put an instruction, blah blah blah, answer this, ana. So, ayon na siya, dili ta mag-add og questions din na. Anhita sa questions nga tab, mag-add og questions. And then, we have here quiz number 1. You click on add questions. And then upon clicking add questions, naay daghan kaayo nga ways on how to give the questions. Is it true or false? Is it multiple choice? Is it multiple choice, many answers? Is it fill in the blanks? Is it in free form? Is it in matching type or in arithmetic or hotspot? So let's begin first with true or false. So I'm gonna have one item sa true or false. So click on that and I'm gonna be writing the question. So if mathematics ni siya, I'm gonna click on HTML mode. There you go. And this will be the sa mga math teachers and for especially mga science pod kay nani mga symbols. So you will be using this. So true or false naman ni siya. Ako lang ibutang true or false. This is the question. True or false?
Ipoy.
Yes, sir.
Can we just do it in general kanan view nga dito na gyud sila sa kwan. Ayo lang ng math boy kay.
Okay, text mode ta. So there you go. I will have true or false. Sorry. False. And then the options, ang answer nako is the correct answer is false. And then, should I display a correction box if the student selects false? I'm going to have it no. Then feedback, no. And then, I will be adding another. If you want to add another true or false, then you click on save and add another same type. So, same type ni siya nga true or false. But if you want like to add another question nga multiple choice, so this quiz nag-vary siya. Pwede multiple choice ang answer. I mean, pwede multiple choice. Pero you can have like your quiz number 1, puro siya true or false. Then you click on this. Add and save and add another of the same type. If you want it nga true or false tanan. Okay? So let's just have another kind of type. So I'm gonna click save and add another. Then it will prompt me to this one. So I'm gonna be clicking on atong suwayan na pud ang multiple choice. So multiple choice ta. So I'm gonna be having multiple choice. The question is, example, the options A, B, C, D. That's the question. And then randomize again. You need to randomize this. The correct answer, letter A. Then the options nato kay B ang sunod. Then si C, then si D. These are the options. Pwede as many as you want. Pwede rin na. Then, feedback, no. Then, if you want to make like puro siya multiple choice, then add and save and add another of the same type. Now, I want to make another. I want to choose another type. So, save and add another. So same ra gihapon, it will pop up with this kini, then the same ra na sa multiple choice many answers. Yeah, i-click lang nimong mga answers asa ang appropriate answer ato. Yeah, fill in the blanks, kibaw na sad mo ana nga ang isuwat example sa fill in the blanks. This is very common.
Mr. Hadulco is pretty.
Mr. Hadulco is
blank. All
Okay.
capital.
Tuldok. And then, what should be the correct answer? Handsome Ramain Array.
You have
Pretty.
to click pretty.
Pretty. Okay. Yeah.
Diba?
Order matters. Pwede man ni siya. Example, Mr. Hadulco is blank and
Blank.
he is teaching blank. Okay. So meaning, I'm gonna click on order matters. Kaya dapat ang first answer should be pretty. And the second answer should be mathematics. Mathematics. And then, pwede rin na case sensitive, meaning ang capital letters, is it very important? So if dili mo matter ang mga capitalized na nga letters, then you click no.
Go for no.
Yeah, you go for no para dili kay siya mukuan ang case sensitivity niya. And then
remember the Google Forms ang din.
basin ma-zero ang bata na. Okay, then you're done. Then you click on will I add another question, Ray, or are the 3 questions enough?
You add another like the
add another. Okay, add another. And then let me choose matching type. So we have here the free form is let's add free form, Ray, or ay na lang.
Pwede put free form.
Let's try free form para ni sa essay nga part. So the question is why is the word why are you pretty? Okay, that's your question. Why are you pretty? Example. Okay? And then HTML editor for answers instead of a simple text area. Are you want to have an HTML editor for answers instead of having a simple text area? Or kini siya mo ni simple text area? If I want to have it HTML mode, then this will be the display of the students kini siya. Okay? So I just want it in simple text mode. Just simple text area. So mo ni siya ang mugawas para dili makasuwat ang mga bata sa ilang answer. So why are you pretty is the question. Okay. Then how many points? For example, I'm gonna be giving this 5 points because this is essay. And then correct answer. What is this correct answer, Ray?
No.
No. Okay. And then I'm gonna add another. Let's go to matching type. So we have this one, the matching type. Then the question. Okay. So the question is match. This is simply the direction of your matching type. Then here, this is for the first column. So example, si A, yeah, si B, yeah, si C, yeah, 3, si D, yeah, si A, mumatch siya dapat ni number 1. For example, dili ko mag number 1. Yeah, kini siya si number 2, kini si number 4, kini sa number 3. So meaning, si A, ang saktong answer ni A, matches, unsa man tong answer ni A, si 1 man. So kini, so number 2 akong ibutang dapat mo match siya ni number 2. Then ang si B, kini siya, mo match siya, example lang ni mo match siya sa number 1. Si C, ang correct answer sa C, ang kanang number 3, mo match siya sa number 4. And then ang number 4 nga item, mo match siya sa number 3. Okay? And then, you click on save. Will I add another question, Ray? Or that's enough?
Not anymore kuno. Let's view.
Save and return to question bank.
Yeah. To see our quiz.
So these are the items in my first quiz. I have a true or false. I have a multiple choice. I have a fill in the blanks. I have an essay. And I also have a matching type nga exam. Type. So to view this, Gonna be having first, okay na ni siya rin, no?
Gear form, admin button.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to
just scroll up lang, scroll up.
Okay.
There you go. The admin button. The gear button. It's on the left side, topmost.
Ang siya nahang.
Boy.
Yes. I'm looking for what gear button are you
here.
saying?
It's here. Nasa ubos sa kuan sa burger icon.
You mean to say this? Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of this page. You were okay. Let's view this as a student.
Yeah.
If you will click this,
Paano mo give boy?
ipakita nila nga. Ito ipakita nila. That's the one thing. If you're gonna view as a student, look at what will happen. There you go. Kay wala pa man ni siya ma-give sa students. Mo ni siya ang prompt. Okay? So I'm gonna go back to my Mathematics 9 class, Mathematics 10, and this falls under this is the quiz, right? Am I correct? Is this the quiz? Let me check on this. We have quizzes. This one, right? Quiz number 1. I'm gonna click on quiz number 1. And naani siya nga part diri ay na ay assignment, na ay schedule. So ang schedule nako mo start siya September 6 pa. So kani siya ma-access pa inig September 6 but I want to give the exam karon. So I can give it right away. But I probably kung September 6 ni siya 9 AM, dili na ka mo give right murag automatic na ni siya nga mahatag na ni siya sa mga students.
Yes.
But since we will be giving this in advance, I want to give this today. So I'm going to click on give. And then let us view this as a student now. View as a student. So there you go. These are the questions. Let's click on quiz. Most probably read the date. Okay, start September 6. I'm gonna edit this. So, ding mag-give. Okay, wa man ta mag-date atong mga start good paghimo na to last time.
The reason why it's not there as a student because the student cannot see it at the very moment.
Pero ma-prompted lang sila na nasa exam sa September 6.
So, can we set the start date?
Yes, I'm gonna set the start date. Yes, thank you. Anita, what topic was that? Sequences and series. Then quiz number 1, no? And then, no, this is student perspective. Sorry for that. Let me go to view as a teacher. Go back to teacher. Okay, let me edit this. I want to change the schedule. So I will be clicking in edit, right? And then here you go. Ang date is, what day is today? Today is September 1. September 1. Then let's just have 9 AM. Done. Then save.
Sige. Now let's view it.
And then let's view this as a view. Where are you as a student?
Pag di na move view na pa.
I hope this works. There you go. Take quiz. So this will be the page of the student. They will now take the quiz. I'm going to take the quiz.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to select D, for example. I'm going to select true or false. Yeah. What if I'm going to click continue? Look, ma-continue na siya, Reyno.
Yan. Makabalik-balik na sila.
Makabalik-balik sila.
Kaya ato one na allow to jump question.
Yes. Kaya I click man allow jump from question to question.
But they can go back to the previous question.
Okay. Mr. Hadulko is
ugly.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he is teaching values education.
Okay.
And then next, continue. So, dire, mga options, ilaro ng i-drag,
Yes, I like
i-drag,
that matching type very
i-drag.
much.
I love this. This is the one thing that I naganahan ko sa Neo. It's because na matching type. Continue. And then the answer. Example, why are you beautiful? Then you can even add attachments ang mga student. Like example, na sila create nga word or sa word sila. So they can add attachments there. Then click on continue. And then kini ma-review na ako ang questions. Mo ning gipasabot nga ma-review.
Allow
So
review man.
example, ay sayop ni siya dapat ako ning i-edit kay ako ning i-true. Oh. And then just continue, then continue, then continue, and continue. Then okay na na-edit na niya ang question. Then you just click, ang student mo click lang na sa finished.
Yeah.
Then right away, makabaw din ang student, I got a score, hala, F, 0/9. I'm very dumb. There you go. So that's how you create a quiz. That's how you
Can we
create.
see the grade book now?
Yeah, okay. So view as a...
Ano kay student po yun, no?
Yes, I have a student. Okay.
Exist.
The page you are now does not exist. Okay. So I'm gonna go to classes and mathematics 10. So click on gradebook. Click on gradebook and the quiz that I made, there you go. This is the quiz I made. Na diri nya wala pa mo koy student ana niya.
Mo-appear na diha.
Mo-appear na ni ehang score diri if nana koy students.
And it is under written work.
Yes, it's under written work. Any questions so far, teachers?
Sir Tigli.
Yes, Yes, Judy.
Kato i-show ni mo na pwede i-group written work tanan one ko and then
Okay. So if you want like kini di ba mga dates man i-arrange by date. If you want like i-arrange nimo like written work tanan diri ra ka. Assignments by descending order, by name, by category para kung i-click nimong category, mag-una probably C4 basta matapok ang formative, magtapok ang written, magtapok pod ang performance task nila.
So this is these are the legends, no, that will appear if the student incomplete, absent, missing, excused, and so on. So missing, incomplete, absent, excused. Mo din na siyang mo-appear na legends.
Most probably si attendance na siya, Ray.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Pero kaning ato ang gradebook, kita ra teacher kay maka-view ani no. The students cannot view this one.
Mauna ang kuan kanang admin na siya nga decision sa UC admin na then kami mag-agad raman yan sa UC admin Miss Lauren kay if they will see nga dili ipa-display ang gradebook sa students then we will hide the gradebook sa students.
Sir Tigli.
Yes.
Kaya sa ato ang kuan ba, diri sa atong grade book, sanang sa written work nato, kung mohimo na tag another written work, quiz number 2, dili ma-views, o dili nato makita o pila score nila sa quiz number 2, mo diretso siya add.
I know ma'am, nasa column diri nga quiz number 2.
Okay.
Yan, nasa siya student diri, nasa siya total, then score sa students. Dili siya like i-add, dili siya yung ana.
Okay. Thank you.
So, I'm gonna be creating another one. So, I'm gonna click on assignment. So, let's make another assessment. Yes, Sir Chris.
I think most of the teachers use Google Forms or like any other links that they can have from the website in terms of formative or whatever assessment it is. Then can we show it on how we
Okay.
can,
So, for example, I will be using quizzes, for instance. Okay, Sir Chris, no problem. So,
let's start first with Google. Do you have Google Forms there?
I don't have. Can you give me a link?
Sige,
But-
you start first with the quizzes or any
Quizzes.
link
Okay.
from
So,
the
I'm
website.
going to be opening my quizzes. quizzes. Okay. And then, okay, there you go. Let me enlarge this first. Okay. Ay, this is too big. Nasubraan. Okay, that's clear. I'm going to go to my quizzes. I have already a bank of activities here. For example, I'm going to be having multiplying and dividing polynomials. So for those who are familiar with quizzes, you already know what to do. I'm going to be getting the link. So I'm going to assign homework. And then, kibonasad mo how to edit this, the due date, and then just click assign. So what is important is only the link of that activity from other sites. So I'm going to be sharing the link. Click that para I'm going to copy that. So take note, I have now a copy of the link that I want to make use, and I'm going to deploy it in the LMS. So I'm going to go to my LMS. Here you go. So I'm going to click on assignments again because this is an assessment. So clicking assignments, na nasaday, kini siya nga prompt. Anyway, this was created a while ago. So click on add. Click on add. And then from the options, we have quiz, offline, discussion, team, Dropbox, Google Assignments, essay, survey. So we can add the links in Google Assignments. If you have Google Forms, it is very practical na you will be having this Google Assignments. So pwede ra sad mga links ang ipabutang din eh. So I'm gonna click on Google Assignments, and then the title of the this is activity raman ni siya re, activity number 1. This is under formative. Activity number 1, for example. And then, sir, asa man ako i-paste ang link? It's over here. This bottom part, you look for the insert or edit link. So I'm gonna click on insert and edit link. And then you paste the URL here of the quizzes or any the activity nga inyong gikuan. And then activity, this is activity number 1. And the title, let's just have it the same. Copy, then control, let's paste there. And then that's it. And then let's just give an instruction. Click the activity below. The maximum, yes, sir, Chris?
Dili na to ikaw ni categorize into kuan.
Mo na lang kung buhaton, sir, Chris.
Okay,
dire. So, maximum score. Pila may maximum score, ani? For example, 20 points. And then categorize it. Is it under formative? Is it under performance task or written work? So, I'm gonna be placing it under formative assessment. And then the start, gonna just, pwede ra siya i-blank, ato itong i-blank gahapon ray, di ba? Or pwede ra siya atong i-2 or i-1. So,
karon na lang.
Sige, today is 1. Then, baka na lang, 9 a.m. Then, the lesson, asan ako ibutang? Again, ato na ako ibutang sa sequences and series nga lesson because that's the first chapter. And then, maximum attempt. So, this time, this is formative. So, I will allow the students probably to answer this thrice. Pwede. Katulo, kaduha. Then, am I gonna allow late? This is just formative. So, okay ra i-allow ang late, Ray. So, is it okay?
We'll just wait for the administrator.
Okay. So, everything is now set. And then, bottom part is you click on save.
Yes.
And then, I'm gonna give this. Do not forget to click on give. Para, if I'm gonna view this as a student, so if view na ko as a student, I'm gonna go to the admin, this one, the gear button, and then view as a student. So, mauna ni siya ang makita sa bata. Just click the activity below. Kini siya. They will click on this sa mga bata and they will be prompted, i-click ana, mo-open dayon ang quizzes ana niya. Okay? So just ato lang i-back because I want to go back to my Neo.
Now let's see the grade book.
Okay, let's go see the grade book. So I'm gonna go to view as teacher first. Take note. And then here is the grade book. And there you go. We have written quiz 1, the formative assessment, that is activity number 1.
Now, in addition to that, once we deploy Google assignments, the teachers will manually encode the scores. If you remember during the training, no? So, since in quizzes, naman tay mga scores sa atong leaderboard, no? Gawas mo dito atong mga scores. So, mo gito atong ibutang diha manually, no? Mubutang juga nga student 1, 32, student 3, blah, 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 and so on. Okay, 20 items naman na. For example, student 1, 15 lang siya. Now, asa na to makita ang 15? Dito sa atong quizzes nga scoreboard. So, ibutang yun na to diha manually. Basta Google nga mga assignments. Same also with the Google Forms. Diba? In the Google Forms, the scores of the students will be reflected once they are done answering the assessment. So, same thing, ang scores dito sa imong Google Form nga na-create nimo, imong i-manually diha og butang. Kay dili man siya mo automatic, no? Mo nang giingon ni Ma'am Judith during the training. I already have sent the link certically sa imong messenger.
Sir Chris, what if, Sir Chris, I will just leave this blank, then I'm just gonna encode the scores directly to my e-class record. Would that be fine?
Okay lang siya, pero if you want to have no gaps or no kanan mga blanks diha sa gradebook, mas nindot po siguro nga ibutang siya diha. Para at least, if ever we allow students to view the gradebook, maghulat pa ta sa admin, at least makita nila nga they have scores also on that particular Google assignment.
Okay. Now, for example, where do students submit their performance tasks? Because performance tasks are like mga videos, mga files. So, pwede rin na siya, you go to assignments, you click on assignments again, and then I'm gonna add another assessment. So, click on add. Though we can make use of Dropbox because in Dropbox, I can submit one or more files. Okay? So I can make use of Dropbox. So I will be making use of this for my performance task. Okay ra siya, Ray? Gamiton, Ray?
Sige, go. As long as we can submit files, that's
all. I can, yes. And then, this one is per PT number 1. PT number 1. And then the maximum score, for example, how much? It's 50. And then the category. So the category will be under performance task. And then the start date, that will be today. And then for the lesson, that's under sequences and series. And then maximum attempts, how many times allowed? Only 1. Sir Chris?
If allowing it to 1 attempt, that means they can access it and then submit it kausa lang.
Yes, that's it.
I think pwede na siguro 1 attempt.
Okay.
Depende sa teacher. It depends upon the teacher. Good.
So the grading is normal, then the due date, that's later. And then if your performance task is already in file form, you can upload the file. So if it's already in like Microsoft Word na file or PDF na file, you can write it here. Or you can simply write down what are they gonna do over that. So pwede ra kaayo nga, kung nanay file, PDF or PowerPoint or Word, you can upload it. So example,
I think there's also an upload image po.
Yes, if they want like, an image na, yes, pwede sad kaayo siya, Sir Chris. So pwede sad upload image, wala say problema. So, example lang ni, ako lang isuwat ang instruction din ha, na di lang ko mag-upload og file. But you can upload pictures, you can upload files. And then, you just click save. And don't forget to click on give. So that...
Kalimot, Jude.
And then, you click on, let's try to check how is this viewed by the students. View as a student. So this will be the view of the student. So prepare to answer. So dira na sila. Mo na ni instruction and diri maka-upload sila ag files din he.
Yes,
they can
very
upload
much.
files.
Very much.
So that's how I will be doing my performance task using the Dropbox. Any questions?
There's a question.
Yes, Miss Judy.
Sige, kapos ang una. Sige.
There's a question here in the chat box, boy. Is it possible to add image in matching type questions?
Gonna go on that. Let's go to matching type. So assignments. And then let's try on adding a question sa matching type. So we have quiz. Take notes, it's under quiz. So example, picture. Picture. Sige, ako i-check. Category, is this under formative? Sige, atong i-under sa written work lang. Hello, nyahuman. Let's start. The lesson is about sequences and series. So everything, one attempt, normal. And then the options, don't forget. If you would really want nga inyuhang settings nga mo apply, it's all up to you. Okay? So, I will just click on save na lang right away, Reha. Anyway, they already know what to do with this. Okay? So, we have their save. And then, I'm gonna add questions.
Let us see if we can add image to matching type.
So, I'm gonna add a question and then matching type. There you go. And then...
I think we can.
I can, by clicking on HTML mode. So this is the important thing. So I'm going to click on HTML mode. So there you go. I can now add figures. So let's wait kay Murakina. Or there you go. So kini siya sa inyong question. Ang sa ubos, there you go. Nawa, awang match number 1. Ganiha kay table ni siya. Pero karon match number 1 ni siya. Example, I'm going to click on a picture, upload an image. I'm gonna click on that.
That was discussed during the meeting, right?
Yes. Gonna click on example. Kini siya nga picture. Okay. And
But
then
in uploading the picture, boy, we have to observe the proper sizing, no? Because that will affect the student's view. So,
but I can minimize the picture by just simply dragging the picture. So, pwede na siya ma-minimize. Pag gamyan ako ang picture, pwede na kaayo, walay problema. There you go. This is our first picture. I can even, pwede siyang ma-rotate, na i-flip. I can edit the image. So, that's picture number 1. And then, mo-match siya, option, dini ka sa matches. So, you go down, diri sa matches nga part, 1 to 10 man ni siya, diri sa choices. So, meaning, ako ibutang diri, epoy. Diri na ako ibutang si epoy. Anyway, randomize mo pa na siya. Epoy. And then, so, mumatch, ang kini siya nga picture, mumatch siya dapat ni number 1 sa ako ang option sa ubos.
Correct.
So, pwede na maka-add og pictures sa inyong matching type.
Okay, thank you for that question and for the answers. Any other? How about this? If the languages will have an essay and then they will incorporate the rubrics, can we also do that?
That's a very good question, Sir Chris. Let's have an example on that. So I'm gonna be clicking on assignment again. So let's click on assignment. I want to create another one which is in the form of an essay. So let's click on essay. We have quiz, offline, discussion, team, Dropbox, Google Assignments, then essay. So click on that. And then Example, this is, what's the title of the essay, Ray?
Why is radio beautiful?
Essay. Ano
Essay
lang?
1.
Essay lang. Kay title
Essay
pa man siya.
1. Essay number 1. Okay. Okay, what's the instruction?
I don't know how it
Ano yung instruction? What are you gonna be writing here?
instruction probably could be sa mandiha. Sa usa na lang butang diha.
Oh, sige mo na ang instruction. And the question is already also, will the question be found already here also?
Let us see. Yes.
Let's click on save. Gonna be placing this under written or formative? Written. So one attempt, ang perfect score, example, 30 points lang. Then the start will be on September 1. That's done. September 1, that's done. Then lesson is on sequences and series again. One attempt, normal. Then you click save. So this will be, appeal na dyan ang question, Ray. So sa instruction, dito na ibutang inyong question. Sir, pwede may maka-upload og file sa example, story. Pwede ra maka-upload og PDF file dito sa story. So how do you do that? Let's go back on, click on edit. Naa siya diri, katong upload file. So i-upload ang file para maka-upload mo mga PDF files or mga PowerPoint. So ato lang nang i-save. And then, Sir Chris, asa to ani sunod mo anita sa
rubric.
Use rubric. Okay. So this will be the scoring now. So I'm gonna be clicking on add a new rubric.
Or there might be an existing rubric in the library. They can use.
Check. Let's check. Atong isuway previous. Let's go to where are you? Essay. Sorry. So this is the essay, then rubric. Then let's check the library. Wala may match Ray.
So maghimo sila.
So mag-create na mo. Anyway, we all know what to do with this already. Criterion 1. So may mga kay ba na ang mga English teachers
Dili.
Sige, Sir Levi, what is an example of a criteria when grading essay?
Content.
Okay, sunod. Let me content.
Organization.
Criteria number 2.
Organization, like that.
Organization. Now, I want to add another criteria. So, naman diri add criterion. You click on add criterion. So, diri unsa may title sa ikatulo?
Mechanics.
Example, mechanics. Kanang, di ba I gave this 30 points only? So, example, I'm gonna be just giving here 10 points ni siya. Kini siya kay 10 points. Kini siya kay 10 points. Kay para all in all, 30 points ang ato ang essay. So, automatically, mo-adjust rapod ni ang mga scores para sa poor, sa fair, sa good, o sa excellent. And then, if you are done with this, so automatic naman na, you will click on save. Pwede rasad ka maka-add og description. Unsa may pasabot aning content, unsa may pasabot sa organization, unsa may pasabot sa mechanics. As well as, unsa may description, nganong poor man siya, nganong fair, nganong good, nganong excellent. Okay? So, I know you are all very good anang rubric making. So, it's up to you. Kamo na bahala ng rubrics. So, naay rubric ang atong. This will be the rubric. Okay?
How about viewing it on students?
So, I'm gonna be viewing this. Let's view this as a student. Let me give this first.
Give.
Essay.
Kalimot yung give, no? Do not forget teachers.
Nag-give na nato siya, Sir Chris.
No, okay.
Ganiha. Because na-view naman ni nato. Let's make view as a student. There you go. Prepare to answer.
Rubric, they can click the rubric as well. So they'll be guided.
And then if the students will click on the rubric, there is your guide. Mao ni ang rubric na maang bata mo ingon, mao ni ang score, mao ni ang 10 points sa organization, 10 point content, 10-point mechanics. So that's it about the essay.
Okay, any questions so far? Thank you, Mr. Tigli and the team. Ceci,
Sir Ray?
Miss Judy. Yes.
From gradebook bitaw sa atong rules course ba? Unsay pinakadali para ma-transfer nato sa A-class?
There is no other way, sir.
Manual gihapon, no?
You have to when you mean to say ang katong mga assessment nga gihimo sa portal o ang tanan na
Yes,
sir?
yes. Tanan.
Ang tanan na. So we have to export that one to Excel file and manually gud ta mo adto sa atong e-grade sheet. Kay inabay tay laing computation pod nga process, di ba?
Okay, sir.
Oo, kay base kung dili magod siya parehas sa format sa ato ang e-grade.
I really
Kung
don't
atong
know why
i-copy-paste
the
lang,
configuration is this one. Actually, I already have brought this one to Ma'am Judith. I personally messaged her. Hindi man siya nga, a school judge siya. Sa school. So, we have to agree niya. We'll just wait for the instructions kayo. Magulat na jud mi sa team. No? Magulat na jud mi unsay gustong babuhat sa mga principals in terms of assessment, in terms of the grade book.
Sir Ray,
Yes, hello, Ma'am Belen.
sorry to disturb ganina ha.
Wait, so right.
What if ang performance task will be done by 4 students? Kung saan man na siya, bali ang performance task ba by group?
By
Unsay-
group.
Yes. Kay gi-advise bi ata sa ADL nga maghatag sad activity nga groups. Thank you.
Labitaw, no. Thank you for bringing that up.
We have not explored that pare ay kanang groups.
Oh my
Pwede
God.
sila mag-make of group.
We create
So
a group.
kindly guide us. Thank you.
The question here is, how do you give the assessment per group? Naaman to team.
May group.
Naaman to team. For example, let me try to discover sa nato. Let's assignment, then add. Naaman to team.
Group.
Yes, group students into teams and grade their combined efforts. So, nasa sa team, ma'am. I'm gonna click on team. Let's try this. This is the first time. This is
thank you.
a group work. Group work lang ko ibutang. Group work. Group work 1. So, this falls under
Yeah, okay.
what part?
Performance task.
Performance
task na siya.
Okay. Then the
Application
points,
for learning.
100 points lang na. And then the start will be Wednesday. Done. Then the lesson is on sequences and series. Then maximum attempts. Everything is there. The instruction, you write it here. Then let's just click save. Unsa kay magawas ani? There you go. Natay word nga teams. If you will be clicking on teams, you can now add teams. If na kay students, I'm gonna click on add team. There you go. This is example group 1. Sorry. Group 1. Save. I can now add members sa group 1. So how do you do that, Ray? Let's
select members. There you go. There is a pen there.
Here, select members. Pero I don't have a student in this class. So meaning if nani students diri, ma'am, i-click, then just submit.
Correct.
So group 1 na sila. Okay ra, ma'am, Borlas?
Thank you. Okay, noted.
Na jud ang groupings dire. Walay problema di ay sa pag.
Teams, Ma'am Belen, sa teams.
Yes.
Sa teams.
Yes, sa teams.
Salamat.
Okay.
Welcome.
Mayra pod ni ask ka, Ma'am Belen, para makadiscover po mi sa group work.
Yes, let us learn together. Thank you.
Yes, okay. So thank you for that. Any other question from the group?
Boy?
Yes.
Explore daw kung pwede ba ito makasubmit ang mga bata o more than one picture?
Sa katong katong naa sa Dropbox kay one or more files.
Okay, thank you.
Nakabutang one or more
Wala
files.
ray ka ng limited. Wala ako explore ana jud.
One
Dili
or
la
more.
limit ang iyahang kuan. I mean, ang size ba?
Murag tanang picture.
Wala may limit. Murag wala may limit.
Nasa limit ko eh.
Na-limit ang mga uploads.
Hindi ang picture. So, kuan ang pictures. Basta makuan siya kay too big ra siya ba? So, pwede ma-adjust.
Sila, mga bata nilang mag-adjust.
Okay, thank you.
Any other concerns? Please, teachers.
Hello, sir. I'm not sure kung na...
Sige, Ma'am
okay.
Mercy.
Okay. I'm not sure kung na-raise na ba ni nga question. Kana bang ang source code quiz nato, di ba, nag-create og quiz diha sa ato ang Neo, no? What if we will share that one to our peer teacher? Is it possible? Like sa quizzes nga, ma-share nato sa ato ang kauban nga teacher.
Yeah, okay. So, can we view one quiz po and then let's
This one,
check
quiz number 1.
Or sa collaborator agad siya ra.
Let's check the passcode there below.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Gonna have this option. Dapat dili ni siya personal. Just like what I said, you go to school. So naa siya sa katong paghimo na daan, ma'am. Ka example, I'm gonna create a new quiz.
Collaborator agad.
Pwede ra siya magamit once naa siya sa school, ma'am. Pwede siya magamit sa other teachers.
Okay.
You just have to inform, I guess, that the other teacher, Ma'am Mercy, na, oy, na-quiz dito sa kwan, kindly check it under library. And then you can use it. Ingon, ano lang siguro, or you agree among yourselves kung naana tay quiz.
So, example, kanang nanay na-create na quiz. So, usaon man pagkuha sa iyang quiz. Inganiun ra ang pagkuha sa quiz. Example, click on assignments. You click on add. And then you click library because na may existing quiz nga nahimo ang katong imong amiga or co-teacher nga naa sa school library. Dili siya personal library. So I'm gonna click on library. Nanay nana diri kay ako maninggi ato ra man ni siyang gi-school. School man ni siya.
So modify siya, sir.
I'm gonna try, ma'am. I'm gonna click on this and then submit. So I will be checking on that. So, asa to siya nabutang, Ray? Asa to kung gi-copy, Ray?
Activity man to.
Kining activity, no? Let me give another one. I'm gonna add niya quiz number 1 lang daw. Library. Then let me click on essay. There you go.
Alam mo, di mo siguro siya
ma-edit nila. So, I'm gonna dara, mo naman ni siya. There ay written work. Mo ni ang gikan sa library. So I'm gonna click on this. So I can edit it.
Okay,
I can
that's it.
edit it.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
I can edit it.
So first thing, Ma'am Mercy, is you have to set it to school so your teachers can access it.
Yes. Ay, mao di ang nakita na ko, Ricky. Ako ra man di ang
Yeah, ikaw man na.
my own account. Oh, sige.
So
Sorry,
it must
friend.
be, it must be
Wag lang makita na ako.
ma'am. It must be
School dapat ni siya. So,
Kanya, pag-add sa existing quiz dito sa library, ato na gapong kamo, add lang kanya, library imong pilion, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Na-adding option, ma'am. Dara ay kini. Dapat school. Na siya sa overview katong nagpanganta, then options katong atong gi-check kung asay mo apply, i-randomize ba. Nasa bottom part, you click school para you can share the exams or the activities you're making to other teachers.
So yung other teachers nga maghimo, they will just click the assignment and then add, then library, go to library. No, ato ka sa library mo. Kay mo kopya ra baya ka, mo kopya ra ta. Okay, for example ako kang Miss Judy mo kopya, ato ko library.
So ready na siya ma-delete. Panalitag mang usab.
Kami makadelete.
Ma-delete ta.
Na-delete.
Okay.
Delete siya.